Jessica Drake.
One thing about me, it's been a lot of things I say that I'ma do. It's been a lot of things I said that I'ma prove. I'ma prove. Getting it straight. Few things about me, it's taking some time to shine, but you know how we go. This is the new year, but I've been here before. Here before. Follow my way. You already know the spot. That's off top. I almost didn't make it off the Norfolk blocks. It's always a race when you go against the clock. And doing what you say you're gonna do is a lot. You already know the spot. That's off top. I almost didn't make it off the Norfolk blocks. It's always a race when you go against the clock. And doing what you say you're gonna do is a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, 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 yeah. I can taste it as long as I can see what it means. As long as I can feed my team, sure, I'ma be straight, yeah. Keep going, they gon' make it, they gon' knock you. Peace going, you can't make it here without you. Streets knowing it's a lot that can be said. Thought about it, that's scared. Keep the beat showing, the east blowing. I lock I'ma keep flowing. Got me going, on top with the streets knowing. I ain't blowing my spot, especially after doing 9 years. You already know the spot. That's off top. I almost didn't make it off the Norfolk blocks. It's always a race when you go against the clock. And doing what you say you're gonna do is a lot. You already know your spot. That's off top. I almost didn't make it off the Norfolk blocks. It's always a race when you go against the clock. And doing what you say you're gonna do is a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Say that's 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 a lot, 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 yeah, that's a lot.
See where I come from? A lot usually means in the breathing. Like if I say I'm gonna do something for you, it's not I got you. It's basically yo, you a lot. It's basically an admission. So when you gon' make it, that's a lot. You gon' succeed, that's a lot. You're not gonna give up, that's a lot. You can add your reference to whatever you wanna add it to. Just know that if it's positive, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I don't think you understand all this that I've been through. Street race 15, me and my pistol. Just a young buck down on my luck. Ain't give a fuck about life, maybe me and my hustle. Came accustomed to a graveside of pivots. Closer to home, war with the roaches. And I suppose that the life God chose. What I do for this life God chose, I don't know. I suffered up the debt, we all be eating. No poverty stricken, no HIV. No need for the studs and Kevlar vests. We be like a clan of the clowns, we sleep with the clowns. And if I had the power on the top of every hour, I'll be vibing for a soldier, bringing joy to every mother. Still yours with the chance to grow older. Sincere with the world on the shoulders. Yo, I'm feeling like Biggie and Tupac beat. I'm shooting up with my own demons, so rest in peace. My red rag still bleed, red rum when I kill it. So I pour some liquor out where the OGs can feel it. F it, yeah, it's my daughter's birthday, and I'm still broken in the worst way, for real. I'm tired of this deadbeat job, and I'm at my last end of the rope. I wanna kill and rob. My ink still dripping from my tattoos, and ever since I was a kid, boy, I've been bad news. My OP hate my guts, cause I'm screwing all the summer bunnies in the cut. What's up? I never made to break your heart, baby, chill out. I knew I should have been all high up and peeled out. I got this dark cloud over my sunshine, middle finger up like F1 time. What's up?
Thanks, bruh. I don't look like it's gonna be much of a show today, but I appreciate it.
Cinema.
Man. Well, short-lived. Cool. No biggie, whatever. Give me 1 second, man. Dun 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 dun. Oh man. So, love, feeling, or choice? That's a good question. 4 days ago, I did a poll on Facebook where I asked our friends and followers if love was a feeling or a choice. Not surprising. 75% of the voters stated that love is a feeling, while the other 25% said it was a choice. Let's discuss that. I have no idea if Ant's tuning in. For those who are the Ant supporters, I couldn't tell you. I don't know if he's tuning in. I don't know if he's coming in today or not. But let's talk about that. Love being a choice or a feeling. For me, I thought it was kind of interesting, honestly. Excuse me. I was one who always thought of love as an emotion, so as a feeling. I thought it was pretty interesting. And then I saw something that kind of challenged my perspective on it. It was kind of interesting because it comes from this female psychiatrist. She was explaining basically how her husband, when they first met, he was adamant. He was so, I guess the best way to say it is he was so attracted to her, to the point
I hear
where
people say, "Oh, we just fell out of love," and I'm like, "Well, then you."
To the point where he was so oh, I gotta have you. So he told her, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna marry you." and she's a little bit older. I mean, he was a little bit older than her. She'll explain it though when I play the video. And she was like, "No, no, no, you're not. No, you're not." And he explained it to her, and it made sense. Like at first, she didn't get it, which, like I myself, I didn't get it at first. I was like, "What the hell? How the hell is it a choice?" Now, don't get me wrong. I do understand that who you choose to be with or in a relationship with, again, like who you choose is a choice, you know. But in the same aspect, there's scenarios where I always believe that sometimes you don't choose, you know what I'm saying? You just, I don't know, call it fate or whatever have you, or stars are perfectly aligned, whatever. Not that I'm a hopeless romantic or anything like that, but some of those scenarios kind of made sense to me. So when I saw this video, I was like, man, this is kind of dope, and I wanted to share with everybody. Like I said, it kind of challenged my perspective on whether or not love is a choice or it's an actual feeling. But I'm gonna share the video. Tell me what you think. Let me go back on that real quick.
We just fell out of love. And I'm like, well, then you don't know the meaning of love, because love isn't a feeling, which I thought it was. When I met him, it happened pretty quick with us. We were dating again. We were very young. And he said, you know, we're going to get married. And I'm like, oh, no, we're not. I'm way too young. I still have college to do. I'm barely out of high school. I was 18. And I'm like, oh, no, I have too many things I have to do first. So we're dating. And then there came a time, probably 3 months into it, I'm like, you know, I don't think I'm in love with you, because it started wearing off. And he goes, well, love's not a feeling. It's a choice. And I'm like, no, it's not. And again, I'm very young, but he taught me. He was only 3 years older than me, but he already knew that love is a choice. You don't wake up every single day feeling like you're in that euphoric state of falling in love, but that's why you have to choose. If love is a feeling and you don't feel like you're in love anymore, then the relationship's over. But if love is a choice, a behavior, a commitment, then you choose every single day, I love you, regardless of how I feel.
That made, like I said, when I first heard it, I was like, it made perfect sense to me. There are many times, I like to call it the honeymoon phase. There are plenty of times where you're in a relationship and everything is, when you first start out, everything is all peachy and everything is perfect. Oh my gosh, he brought me flowers, and oh my gosh, she's the greatest woman on the fucking planet. Da, 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 da. Sex is great. You guys get along. There's no arguments. Everything is so puppy lovish. And then 6 months to a year in, when, as I call it, the honeymoon phase is over with and it's time to get down to the get back to reality, he gets on my nerves. All she does is nag. Blah, blah, blah. I love him. I mean, I love yous start to slow down, almost cease to exist, or you don't hear it as much. He's no longer bringing you flowers, this type of thing, whatever have you. All the things that he was doing in the beginning, right? So these things start to slow down, whatever have you. It's in these moments that when the relationship becomes challenging, maybe too much of a challenge for many, especially in this day and age. It's time to dash, you know. A lot of relationships nowadays don't have longevity. Sad but true. You made that choice to not want to be there. Oh, I'm falling, like she explained it. Oh, I'm falling out of love. Well, I mean, if you fall out of love with the person, which I don't agree with the fact that of falling out of love with the person. I feel like if you ever loved a person or were in love with the person, I don't think you actually fall out of love. I believe that love has different degrees, different phases. So it doesn't. It's not that you fall out of love with them. It's a different type of love. Um, it may not be romantic. For those of you who have children, you're not with the kid's father, or you're not with the kid's mother. You're not in love with this person anymore. You might have been, depending on how the children were conceived. You're not in love with this person anymore. May not have their romantic feelings anymore. But there's a degree of love there, love and respect, because you don't want to be with this person, but then in the same aspect, you don't want to see anything happen to them. It's perfectly normal. A lot of people don't look at it like that. Oh, that's my baby daddy. No. Oh, my baby mama, she gets on my nerves, man. Fuck that. Yeah, okay. But at the end of the day, you don't want to see her getting yoked up or get her getting battered and bruised or even killed, and vice versa. The mothers with the fathers. You know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy, but like I said, for me, I don't necessarily agree with the falling out of love. I do understand that people do grow apart, and I do understand that it's possible to outgrow someone. We all mature at different paces, at different rates, right? So if you're entertaining someone, or if you're in a relationship with someone, and you can see that, okay, well, you're elevating at a different pace than them. If you're elevating at a different pace than them, or they remain, or they're actually stagnant even, that oftentimes will frustrate, especially when you're trying to uplift this person or motivate them to move forward or better themselves, and they're stagnant. That can be very frustrating, to the point where you feel like you're not in a relationship, but you're rearing another adult. For the ladies, they feel like they're raising another child. Fellas, you know, you like, same situation. There are times where people will check out emotionally in that aspect. Again, doesn't necessarily mean that they don't love that person, but it's not. But I'm sorry. Doesn't necessarily mean that they don't love that person. It's just time for them to after trying and trying and trying, it's just time for them to move forward or do what's best for them. only in only in marriage do you hear the locked in terms of till death do us part. Um, to each is their own for that. I'm not knocking anyone who's into marriage or whatever have you. Um, that's on you. I recommend that you do your homework on it before you actually jump into such a commitment or a fallacy. Um, for those of us who actually know. Um, but yeah, it's definitely a choice. You know what I'm saying in that aspect, in that right. I don't know who's here. If you're just joining, question of the day is love choice or a feeling? Is it a choice or a feeling? What is your take on it? What do you think? I give you a minute to respond if you're actually tuned in. If not, I'll push forward. Some people are just crazy. On and on and on and on. That's crazy, man. I don't know. So, again, question of the day is love a choice or is it a feeling? What do you think? What's your take on it? Comment in the tell me what you think in the comment section. On and on and on and on. Our separate ways, we decided to go. Now I find myself sitting back thinking about everything. He used to be there, show me how. Can you be thinking about me right now? Are you lonely? Hey, hey, hey. Well, I don't know. So I kind of expressed how I felt about the situation. I mean, I'm no expert on love or anything like that. That's for damn sure. Um, I'm an Aquarius. You ask enough people about me, they tell you I'm heartless and don't have emotions. So, I just, again, like I said, I found it quite interesting. It was definitely a different spin on things. It made me think. Definitely made me question some things. I'll post the video in the. I'll post the video on the page and also in the story for those who missed it, and we'll have the opportunity to actually check it out later. But on that note, man, I understand most of you guys are probably sitting around hanging out with the kids or whatever, or the majority of you might be watching football. That's understandable. It's cool, but it's just something to think about, man. Just something to ponder on. Life is all about choices. At the end of the day, we choose what we do. We choose what we don't do. We choose to blame others. So again, like I said, at the end of the day, life is all about choices. So me personally, I'm kind of convinced, I'm kind of sold on the idea that love is actually a choice. Feeling, I can't say that it's a feeling because, like I said, if you gotta kind of understand how cognitive thinking works and all that, but it's said that anger is a secondary emotion. So the opposite of anger is what? Happiness, or to be happy. Happiness actually, or love can stem from happiness or something closely related to that. Person asks you, are you happily married? Oh my gosh, I'm so in love with her. She makes me so happy, this type of thing. So it's just things, I don't know. It's just different things to actually sit back and think about that I unfortunately do quite often. I probably think too much. I'm not exactly an overthinker in the conventional sense of the word. Oh, that's kind of interesting, man. The names are back. That's dope. Cool, man. Cool. But yeah. I'm not an overthinker in the conventional sense of the word, but I do a lot of thinking. But nonetheless, it's been a pleasure. Looking forward to talking to you guys again. Later.
Maniac, schizophrenic flow, Bishop, Mulatto love. I goes hard. You niggas soft. On LeBron shit. These bitches hate me, but they all hoe. Fuck a nigga bolo.